Hello, welcome back. I hope you guys are doing well. Today is the day that I wanted to talk about dystopia. Because for a while now, everything in the world has just been changing. But I feel like it's just been changing against us. Because we're at a point in time of humanity where we're trying to evolve and grow and benefit ourselves so much that we lose the vision that we have of ourselves driving ourselves into the ground, taking our own freedom, dumbing ourselves down, and destroying the economy. One of the main things that is prominent right now is AI. Now, on the outside, when you think of AI, you think of it's supposed to help us. But when you take a deeper look into it and you realize and see what it's doing to humanity, then you might take a second look at it. A lot of people nowadays use AI just for simple answers, but that itself is dumbing ourselves down. Some people use it to create art or music, and in my opinion, that is just terrible for any type of business or entrepreneur, just because it's not really effort per se to me. Because all anybody is doing when they make something with AI is writing a script and then pressing enter and letting the AI do it all for you. And it's lazy. It's lacks effort. It lacks humanity. So it's just not going to be the same as what a human will make versus what AI makes. I've also made a video about the phone demic. It was a really long time ago. But also phones are so prominent nowadays. You don't know how many adults I see at work on their phone, just encapsulated by it. Just their head is stuck in the phone. And not to mention the kids that I see with technology in their hand now. I didn't get a phone until I was in ninth grade. And I used it for communication and socialization. But I didn't use it for constant entertainment like how these newer generations are using it. It's destroying their brain. At a young age, too. Statistics are going up with infertility. Statistics are going up with lack of careers just because everyone is getting too tired and burnt out from the system that we have made for ourselves. And that's why humanity is trying to get AI and robots to do stuff for us, the stuff that humans don't want to do. The big evil to this whole dystopia that I speak of is the corporations. The corporations, all they want is money, power, and they're driven by that power and greed. They lack morals. They lack awareness. They're fueled by ego. And it's destroying the planet as I speak right now. It's also destroying humanity as I speak right now. All these big companies that are making money off of us, the average consumer, the ones that are doing the work for them. And what do? They keep promoting. They keep trying to get consumers. They keep spreading like a virus. They keep growing. Because just like every business, the goal is to be a monopoly. They want to be so powerful that no matter what happens, no matter what secrets get out from their files or this and that, stuff that they're hiding from the public, they'll be safe from it because they have enough power and money to defend themselves with. But not defend themselves with words. Because you can't trust corporations. You can't trust conglomerates. They defend themselves with their resources, with the abundance that they have and have made for themselves, so that they can keep spreading their disease to everyone. The system is completely broken. And we can't do anything about it. We have everyday people that want this country, but also the world, to change. And we can't do anything about it. Because we don't have the power that the companies or the people in power have. They have all that power. They have all that money. And they're not going to tell us how they got there. Because they had to do some really messed up things to get there. And that's the thing. They don't want you to bat an eye at what bad things they've done. They just want you to bat an eye at the good things that they've done. So you'll be on their side. They want you to follow them mindlessly, so they have that leverage over whichever company or person is against them. Now, if we keep going down this downward spiral into the dystopian era of humanity, then a lot of stuff, a lot of bad things are going to happen. And I'm not saying it's going to happen instantly. I'm saying that we are just starting with the bad things. Let's say if we were to reset from the beginning, before any of the big conglomerates the big businesses, the corrupt politicians. You know, I'm not even going to say before, because all politicians are corrupt. It doesn't matter who, doesn't matter which side. And that's exactly why I don't do politics. Because what's the point of supporting anyone if everyone is corrupt? It's not a good rep. We don't really have good selections for people anymore to lead a country or to lead us into where we should be, because we're all blindsided by our everyday life of consumerism. I'm sorry. Consumerism, phones, money, drugs, all the wants, all the ego wants that we want to fill ourselves temporarily. At this point, I don't even think we can trust ourselves anymore in what we want. Because at the end of the day, the only thing that we're chasing is the feelings of everything that we want. The way I see it, the way that I see the world going in the future, is that technology is going to take over more than it is now. If we keep continuing to feed the idea of AI becoming an everyday thing, then it will become an everyday thing in everything and about everything. If we keep going with that, then let's see. If AI and robots become prominent, big companies are going to take these things and use it to their advantage, so they have to spend less money on making stuff or spreading stuff, and start investing more in the stuff that we consume every day. Products, food, essentials. Even though, at least in this country, America is laced with all the bad stuff that you would ever want to put on or in your body. But what does the government do? They don't even bat an eye at anything that the companies are doing. And then even if they do start doing anything about it, it's going to take years for them to even do anything about taking whatever it is or doing whatever it is it takes to stop the big conglomerates and companies to stop doing what they're doing with all the chemicals that they put on everything and in everything, destroying the planet as they do it. And even then, within that time frame where they actually do happen to get everything that's bad for us out of the things that we intake and do and put on ourselves every day, the company is going to find a way within that time frame, because it takes such a long time. They're going to find a way to put something cheap but bad in something so that they can save a cent and put their profits all the way up. In my opinion. The people in power. The people that have all this money and power and do wrongful with it. There are a select few that actually do good things with their money and power. But the people that do bad things with their money and power, they need to be in jail. They need to be locked up, sent away. They need to be humbled. Even if they can get out within a short time span because of the money and power that they have. We say we live in a democracy. But we really don't. Because even though we have opinions and things to say and or change, it's up to the government on what is changed. I really do feel like society is collapsing. Slowly but surely. Because people always say, when society collapses, it's going to be fast, quick, powerful. But that's not true. It takes time for society to collapse because it took time for society to get on its feet. But the only thing we can do is use our voice. Express our views and opinions and thoughts and feelings and emotions about how we feel. Every day. About everything. But we can't do that if everybody is so willing to stay quiet and content with how the system and society is now. But if we keep staying silent about everything, then we're going to drive ourselves into the ground. And that dystopia is going to come true. The way I see it, dystopia is a place where it's so surreal that it takes from reality. And I'm already seeing the effects of that dystopia now. And it's a little frightening. We never thought that we would be where we are now, but we are here now. Anyways, this is a nice video, just talking, chilling. I would like to hear what you guys have to say about all of this. And I'm expecting different views and opinions about this. But I'm still going to respond to it, even if I see it as just brain dead or, I don't know, egoic or just mindless. Because too many people trust humanity. You can't trust humanity. Humanity is evil. It's a parasite. And it will continue doing what it does in order to survive and get its way. Anyways, I'll see y'all in the next video. Peace.